Welcome back, listeners, to Karl Otto's Dark Anthology. This is another quickfire challenge, where I take a creepy comment from one of you and turn it into a short horror story. The rules are simple. I get 3 hours, 500 words or less. Just raw, fast flash fiction. Today's nightmare comes from Fate Coder, who wrote, "It was the cup's 4th owner, and she laid there dehydrated on the sidewalk, dead." From that comment, I give you tonight's story. The thirst. The body had been found on a downtown sidewalk, lips cracked, skin puckered like old leather. The cause of death was listed as severe dehydration, though the coroner's note added a neat question mark. Now, hours later, the cup sat under sterile light in the evidence lab. Technician David Mercer logged it into the system. One porcelain drinking vessel, unmarked, no chips or fractures, no stains, no residue, nothing. It looked like it had never been used, but it had been used. The deceased, Jane Singer, had died with it clutched in her hand. Mercer adjusted his gloves, leaning in. The porcelain gave off a faint warmth, as if it had been left in sunlight. He touched the rim with a swab. It was bone dry, his tongue pressed against the roof of his mouth. Suddenly he realized how thirsty he was. He cracked open his water bottle and took several large swallows. It didn't help. His thirst lingered in his throat like sandpaper. He glanced at the cup. It almost seemed to gleam in the fluorescent light. Mercer chuckled nervously. "Don't let your imagination get the better of you. It's just a cup." He tapped the keyboard, logging in the details. When he looked back, there were smudges faintly visible on the porcelain, like fingerprints. He hadn't seen them a second ago. The air seemed to thicken. Then the whisper came. "Drink." Mercer froze. The lab was silent except for the hum of refrigeration units. He shook his head, rubbed his ears. It was stress, exhaustion, dehydration, he thought to himself. Still, he found himself lifting the cup, turning it slowly in his hands. It was lighter than he expected, as if hollowed out from the inside. He heard the whisper again, softer this time. "You'll understand." Mercer's mouth was desert dry. His throat ached. He licked cracked lips and stared at his half-full water bottle. "This is insane," he told himself. "Just evidence contamination waiting to happen." His training screamed against it. But the pressure in his head pulsed, insistent, like veins filling with heat. He poured. The water vanished on contact with the porcelain, leaving the cup bone dry. Not spilled, not absorbed, gone. Mercer's breath came in shallow, frantic bursts. The thirst clawed deeper. He raised the cup anyway, pressing it to his mouth. The porcelain was warm, then hot against his lips. For an instant, clarity flared. He saw flashes, the sidewalk, Jane Singer gasping her last breath, the 3 owners before her, all drained, hollowed, discarded. The cup passed from hand to hand, feeding, always feeding. Mercer trembled. His rational mind shrieked. But beneath the fear was a sharp rush of euphoria. It felt sacred, holy. The whisper purred inside him. At last. The 5th. Mercer drank deep from nothing at all. And for the first time, he understood everything. Thanks for listening to this quickfire story from Karl Otto's Dark Anthology. If you enjoyed it, hit follow and drop your own creepy ideas in the comments. I might turn your words into the next nightmare. For the written version of this story, along with extra content and exclusive tales, check out my Substack. Links in the bio. And don't forget, my first full anthology of horror and sci-fi stories is coming out on September 15th. Until next time, keep your cups empty